Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our study of love. 1 Corinthians 13 tells us that love is not proud, so let's get into that. First, let's check out Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 16 from the NIV. It says, "The terror you inspire and the pride of your heart have deceived you. You who live in the clefts of the rocks, who occupy the heights of the hill, though you build your nest as high as the eagles, from there I will bring you down, declares the Lord." All right. So this town, Edom, was situated high up in some rugged mountains, like really rough terrain. And they were convinced they were invincible. Like, it was the high ground. You know, we all know from Star Wars what happens when you have the high ground. But the city's ruin is on the way, and it's unstoppable. They became complacent, and it led to their downfall. And that's one thing you got to be careful, because once you get puffed up and prideful, you don't see the chinks in your own armor, and when somebody else does, there's your downfall. That's how it works. Anyway, back into the study. Proverbs chapter 16, verses 18 and 19. King James. "Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud." Pretty sure we've all heard the saying, pride goes before the fall. Yeah, I just used it. That's where it originated from. In this instance, the proud refers to those who have exploited the poor. Paired with the passage above it, that sets quite an example. Now we're going to go to 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 5 and 6, and this is from the New Living Translation. "In the same way, you younger men must accept the authority of the elders, and all of you serve each other in humility, for God opposes the proud but favors the humble. So humble yourselves under the mighty power of God, and at the right time he will lift you up in honor." In this case, younger and elder do not actually refer to like physical ages, but to the position they held in the church. The elders are the pastors, which are the spiritual leaders of the church. The younger refers to the church members, who should respect those in leadership roles so they might learn from them. To be clothed means to literally tie something to yourself with a knot, while humility is having the attitude that you're not too good to serve others. Just as is today, humility back then was seen as a weakness rather than a virtue. Verse 6 is making the point to be humble to God and to trust in His perfect timing. All right. Again, I was just talking about, just this morning in church, we were talking about, you go to God humble, He'll exalt you. You go to God exalted, He will humble you. Keep that in mind. Anyway, for our questions to reflect on, or questions for reflection, do you sometimes let yourself act from pride rather than love? Question 18. How does pride, or love of self, contradict a love of others? Number 19. Has pride ever cost you something that you thought you loved? I told you some of these questions are going to make you not like me very much, but again, it's pointing somewhere. All right. See you in the next one.